The topic I'm going to talk about can be controversial for some people, but nowadays it is more and more discussed. I'm going to talk to you about civil unions and stepchild adoption. There are some differences between civil unions and traditional marriage. For example, in civil unions, the partner don't have to be faithful to the other partner, but they share the same home address, and they can choose which of the two surnames give to their family. Not all the countries all over the world allow civil unions and stepchild adoption for different reasons. For example, only the 20% of all the countries all over the world allow civil unions. Instead, only the 16% of the countries allow also stepchild adoption. There are some examples of people who legalized their relationship with their partner, and also the relationship they have with the children of their partner. For example, Niki Lenda is a famous Italian politician, but there are also singers and actresses like Elton John and Jodie Foster. A family is a social unit made of two or more people who are tied by a bond of affinity. So we can consider a family also the group of people made of two men and children, or two women and children. There are different reasons because of countries don't allow or allow civil unions and stepchild adoption. And in particular, there are different opinions of psychologists, politicians, and religion. Psychologists are divided into two groups. The one allow and agree with the stepchild adoption, and the other one doesn't agree with the stepchild adoption. The first one thinks that children who grow up with parents of the same sex aren't different from other children. Instead, the other one thinks that children who grow up with parents of the same sex develop some negative behaviors, like they are more likely to be unemployed or to commit suicide and crimes. As well as politicians, in Italy there are two opposing parties. In fact, for example, Laura Boldrini is in favor of stepchild adoption because she believes that it is a right and it has to be introduced in Italy. Instead, other politicians like Massimiliano Fedriga don't agree with her. As well as religion, we know that they commonly don't agree with stepchild adoption and civil union. For example, Catholicism and Judaism or Islamism. But we believe that this topic will be more and more discussed in the future and more accepted. In fact, nowadays there are some TV series like Will and Grace or Grace and Frankie which have an integral part on this topic. So they talk about civil unions, in particular between men.